Okay, welcome aboard Zen Dog. This is a Robin Chamberlin designed 15.5 metre catamaran built for remote area cruising and long-term liveaboard. We're just on light air sailing at the moment, and we've got the jib up and the main fully up. It's a composite catamaran. It's built out of vinylester and vinylester resins. Keep the weight out of it. The outside it's a one-off custom design, and at 15.5 metres it's the only one I think that Robin has done, and it was commissioned by the owner who's lived aboard it for 8 to 9 years. This vessel was designed with safety in mind and ease of handling, safety being probably one of the number one things. And with ease of handling, with the deck layout, the electric winches, just a general sail plan. It's a very easy sail plan to work with, and it just gives an enormous amount of comfort on board. One of the primary things to look for in a catamaran is the bridge deck clearance, and if you haven't got good bridge deck clearance, you're going to experience a lot of slamming. So that is a very important factor if you're looking for safety and comfort on the water. This vessel has excellent bridge deck clearance. Okay, we're back on the foredeck of Zen Dog, and we've just had a little breezy sail going up and down the Broadwater. It's been very pleasant. So we'll start with the tramps, and the tramps you'll see are individual. They're a welded tramp and they're individually knotted with spectra. But one of the safety things that goes with this is underneath that is actually a rope netting, just in case there's ever a tramp failure. And on each of the bows we have these beautiful German Neumann folding cleats. Now they're actually not the mooring cleats. You can use them as mooring cleats, but I use them for controlling the screecher. The mooring cleats themselves are actually hidden through hawse holes and into the bulkheads. Now not only have we got the capstan for helping to haul up the main, but also if you put a snatch block onto this spigot, you can actually run the second anchor off that and back up to the capstan. And this is the starboard side daybed. We've also got one for the port side as well. Moving up to the bottom of the mast, we've got 3 Antal sliders. Now these sliders eliminate the need for having long halyards running all over your deck and being able to tie up around the base of the mast. So there's spectra halyards running off the the head sails. And on here we've got the genset locker, genset 8 kVA, and inside there we have 2 80-litre diesel tanks supplied the fuel for it. Well, this is a deck penetration actually for a davit. Now the davit is actually used for putting things into the big locker here, which is really huge, and on the stanchions on the push bits either side there's also ring feeds and spigots there for a stainless steel davit. These lifeline wires and the stanchions are much taller than normal, and we've got 3 wires. We've also got a bottom wire which I put there for putting on a pet netting. And coming on down to the stern here, we've got the hot and cold shower controls. And as we move through, we've got the 2 davits, and they're on electric control switches from here, so there's no need for man hauling. On this davit here, we've got a 4G aerial, great for internet connection. And coming to here, we've got a removable bait tray, which actually acts as a table for the barbecue. And there's a Dan buoy which is self-launching. Tie that up to the life ring and the drogue, and it's all good to go. We go back into the cockpit. Now it's a fully open cockpit at the moment, but it's a full weather cockpit if you so desire. I've got a removable table, fold-up table that sits here, and this area is great if you wanted to, if you're the one on watch. I've got some pillows that go there, and you just lie back, and whenever you want to get up and see the instruments, you can do that. We've also got a red night light, which is up in here for night sailing. This is a locker down in here, which was specially constructed for more daytime entertaining because it's got a plug and waste in here, and you can fill it up with ice and put all your drinks in there. So then people are not going to the fridges or down into the galley forever. Now with this, the arrangement itself, if you're in colder climes, this is fantastic because you're really out of the weather. At the moment, all the trims are off. We've taken those off so you can see exactly how open it can be. But then with the addition of the rest of the vinyls, you've got a choice then of whether you want to just keep in some of the trims, or whether you go for all the mesh with the doors, or whether you go with all the clears. Now if you put in all the clears, you could even have the opportunity to put in a small blow heater in here. It seals up that well. It can be quite warm and quite comfortable here, even in a southern winter. The doors which actually enter into the vessel, into the main saloon area, these have got separating hinges on them, and you can actually take these off, slide them off, and there's a compartment in under the deck there where they just slide in. Keep those out of the way. And these are the cushions for the backrests. It's good to keep those out of the way. I very rarely use them, but they're a good addition. Okay, so I think I've covered everything in the cockpit now, and I think what we should do is to just move inside, and we'll go from cabin to cabin and through the saloon as well. Okay, we're coming into the galley. This is on the starboard side. It's got a semi-commercial feel to it, especially with all the stainless steel, and it gives an enormous amount of preparation area on either side. Working from here, we've got both fridges. This is a left-hand opening fridge, same as this one. There's plenty of ventilation for these. The heat from the fridges actually goes up through a duct and goes out through one of the vents, which is on the side of the cabin top. The drawers, we've got all these drawers on soft close fittings. You'll see that it's all easy use, easy clean. This is still a work area with the top on this, but there we've got a 3-burner stove, hot plate. The ceiling in here is actually a perforated stainless steel ceiling, and it actually acts as a collector because we've actually got an exhaust fan here, which actually then sucks from all this area here, and it goes directly ducted to the outside. We've got full lighting control here. You've got a combination of lights, and you've got full lights over on this side as well, so both benches are illuminated. We've got the oven, which is a full 240 volt, and then we've got a dishwasher. All these are good working height. But the real feature of this, of course, is that it's really made for people that really like them and enjoy their food. And if you do some entertaining on board as well, then all this area here is open, so that anybody that's in the dining area or in the saloon, they're not left out, you're not left out of the conversation. It works very well. Then coming back in through this cabin, into this cabin, it was decided not to put in more beds and bunks, but to actually put in a pantry. So this is a full-size pantry. And as you can see in here, we've got, I'll just get some light coming into here. We've got a filing drawer, we've got open drawers, we've got plenty of storage. We've got things that slide out with all the knickknacks. There's nothing you'll ever be short of if you're on a long voyage. Okay. And we've still got a second bathroom right up in the forward section. Okay, so we're coming out from the galley, and we have a freezer here, 165 litre freezer. And we also have another one over here, which is a fridge freezer combination. Freezer on the top and fridge on this end, which all runs on the one system. Now both these systems water cooled, and they run off a dedicated 30 litre freshwater tank, which is actually situated in there. Then if we come into the saloon, got this beautiful saloon table, obviously opens out like so. Also slides backwards and forwards, so you can set it up to, you can set it up to where you want. And it's also got a gas lift on it there as well, so you can either, as you adjust the height, you can actually turn it into a coffee table if you like. You'll fold those down and then you just drop it on the gas lift. Then coming to the drawers here, we've got all the sort of things that you need for your dining area. You've got placemats in the top, but here you've got dedicated glass holders in both of those. And coming into the bottom, you've got your bottle storage for all your liqueurs, etc, etc. This is a really great seat, especially if you're cruising. You can look out the back, kick back here, and you can watch whatever's happening out there. If you're going off course a little bit, or you're keeping a landmark in position, watching a transit, that's excellent. Now this is your nav station. We have storage under here for all your charts, books, whatever. Then this is all your instrument stuff for working your water maker, your gen set, your VHF, etc. This is all your 12 volt control. That's your 240 volt, and then you've got all your master switches down here. So all this is perfectly accessible, and this is all accessible from here with an absolute work of art electrical installation, which once again has got a fire control system in it. And if we move out of the saloon, before we go, we just have a look at this. Now this can be used as a stool for here or as a chair for there. Lovely and comfortable. Excellent. Then coming down into the front cabin and down into the laundry area. We have a pull-out, fold-out ironing board, washing machine, vacuum cleaner, all hidden behind folding doors, and a pull-out clothesline, which is hotel style. Once again, well ventilated, port light, courtesy screens, and obviously here we've got the same screens and blinds as we've got on all of the main cabins. So this is the port side stern cabin, and number one feature of course is beautiful inner spring mattresses, custom made for this, but they sit on European slap bases, so the possibility of mildew is very much reduced. In fact, we've never had a problem with moisture on the boat at all. Moving over to this side, we've got port light, and we've got vanity screens in every cabin and also in the bathrooms. We've basically got a wardrobe at the end here, which has got folding doors. We've got single height hanging, we've got full height hanging, shelves, and up in the corner there we've actually got a safe which is bonded into the boat. All the drawers are on soft close runners. Plenty of storage, ventilated cupboards. Here we've got ocean air hatches. We've got a combination of either blinds or screens, or else you can just open them right up like so, clip them back, gives you full access to your hatch. Now we've got centre mounted engines, which is ideal for catamarans. I know a lot of people have them in the sterns, but it puts too much weight in the sterns, so this is centre mounted with shafts. We've got locker lights in pretty well every locker. But down in here we've also got a system here which is for fresh water for your toilets, so you've got a choice of either salt water or fresh water for your toilets. And the engine bays have fire suppressant systems, which are a gas system, and they're automatic, and it's the same with the electrical cupboard that has a gas suppression fire system as well. This is one of the bathrooms. This is adjoining the cabin that we've just been to on the port side, that queen size cabin, and we've got glass screens, full shower, and we've got the port lights with the vanity blinds as well. And it's great for cross ventilation, these port lights. There's nothing better on this vessel. And then of course if you're having a shower you can see out at this level, even in the bathroom. We've also got mirrors, full length mirrors on the back of the door, and we've also got a reverse hung door here with a mirror on the back of it. And that covers this cabin. Okay, so we're back out in the cockpit now. I'm just tidying up a few lines. I hope this presentation has been very informative, inside and out. It's given me 8 years of adventure and sailing in a different place, and the boat's available on the Gold Coast, and whoever purchases it would be able to start from here and choose their destination.